Hi, this is Nevin Mann. I'm founder and chairman of the Johnson-Woodford Company, a management consulting firm dedicated to helping companies in the death care industry improve the management of their operations and improve and sustain their long-term profitability. You've downloaded the first of 6 video tutorials outlining our approach to using balanced scorecard methods for implementation-focused strategic planning. You can also download the PowerPoint version from our website at johnson-woodford.com. This video is an executive summary and overview. We have developed a no-nonsense approach to strategic planning that uses balanced scorecard concepts and focuses on action, implementation, and individual accountability. Unlike traditional, time-consuming planning where the end product is the plan itself, our end product is action. The approach is dynamic, meaning that as things change, the plan changes to keep pace in real time. The Johnson-Woodford approach to balanced scorecard planning was developed in cooperation with John Rogers, former president and CEO of CH2M Hill, one of the world's leading engineering consulting firms, which has been repeatedly recognized as one of the top Fortune 100 companies to work for. John has implemented balanced scorecards with a variety of clients in both the public and private sector. These successes show the balanced scorecard works, regardless of organizational structure, because it is action and results oriented. Success happens when there is a compelling reason for change. The balanced scorecard fosters this compelling argument. This slide shows 7 levels of accomplishment. Starting at the bottom level, there is effectiveness, doing the right thing, efficiency, doing things right, and improvement, doing things better. In most operations, we focus on these activities. Some estimate that 90% of management time is spent on these lower levels. Real benefit, however, comes as a result of focus on higher levels. Within the balanced scorecard, priorities are redirected toward these higher level value accomplishment areas. Level 4, harvesting, doing away with unnecessary tasks and processes that do not contribute to our success, is part of the balanced scorecard challenge analysis, which will be discussed shortly. Level 5, adaptation, is doing things others are doing and adapting them to our own particular circumstances and needs. New ideas typically come from outside our industry. Level 6, innovation, is doing things no one else is doing. And finally, the real payback comes because of our relentless focus on accomplishment when we distinguish ourselves by achieving things no one else thought was possible. The first 3 levels can keep us competitive and in business. Levels 4 to 7 gain competitive advantage. We have all heard a lot of what we call smart talk about planning. Our favorite quip from Mark Twain is, "If you don't know where you're going, you may not like it when you get there." The fact is, we all understand the importance of planning, and many organizations do a good job of planning and setting strategic direction. However, many plans either fall short in implementation or, worse yet, never get looked at after they are completed. In 1996, Collins and Porras published their study of high-achieving companies in the Sloan Management Journal. What they found was high-achieving companies, a small population of companies that had increased shareholder value on average 12 times or better, the key ingredient to success was planning, their ability to clearly define their vision and implement plans that matched and supported their long-term goals. The classic approach to development of strategic plans is to examine strengths and weaknesses, internal factors, to look at opportunities and threats, external factors, and then to develop activity plans as a result of this examination. The problem with this classic approach is twofold. First is the failure to tie these elements to overall company vision, mission, goals, and objectives. Second is that either poorly defined or generally stated strategies lead to difficulty in developing effective action plans. Because of this difficulty in tying activity back to strategy and generally unclear relationships to vision and mission, work on strategy often lies dormant after its arduous completion. Strategic plan development is considered a waste of time by many line managers because they cannot connect its value to their day-to-day operations and responsibilities. A major breakthrough in strategic planning came with the publication of an article by Drs. Kaplan and Norman in the Harvard Business Review in the early 90s. The title was Where Plans Fail. Kaplan and Norman identified certain flaws of traditional planning methods and offered an alternative approach, which they called Balanced Scorecard. Among the shortcomings of existing planning methods was their reliance and emphasis on financial metrics. While financial measures are very important, Kaplan and Norman offered, they have little value in planning because they mostly focus on the past, not the future. The second shortcoming related to examination of processes, where traditional focus was on cause and effect. Kaplan and Norman identified a need for more attention to providing feedback loops to promote continuous improvement. The third area was a need for attention to learning and growth, which includes the development of intellectual capital and the ability of people to enhance each other's performance in the organization. Lastly, they said most plans fail to integrate viewpoints of customers and suppliers into the strategic plan. The Balanced Scorecard addresses these shortcomings, streamlines the planning process, and infuses accountability into the organization. There are many benefits to implementing the Balanced Scorecard. Among the key reasons the Balanced Scorecard works where other strategic planning has failed is there are immediate observable results and benefits. These benefits are recognized, and buy-in in the organization replaces skepticism. And the Balanced Scorecard moves from being thought of as just another planning exercise to that of being an effective, easy-to-use management tool. The immediate benefits are focus. By examining all processes, immediate attention is on the areas that need to be corrected, and the approach is quantitative. Second, there is improved communication. High-level strategy is translated to the entire organization by the creation of initiatives. Through the initiative review process, everyone can see how their role and expected performance ties to the overall mission of the organization. With employees on board, it is easier to communicate the reasons why things are being done and what end results are expected. Alignment with improved communication and understanding, links between and among groups are created as a result of tying initiatives and activities to end results that everyone can understand. Groups understand their need to interact with and support other groups in the organization. And finally, accountability improves. Clear performance expectations are defined so everyone knows who is accountable, what is going to be accomplished, where it is going to get done, and by when. This concludes Part A of video number 1. In Part B, we review the 7 steps of implementing the Balanced Scorecard, show you where most of your work is already done, and show you how the Balanced Scorecard makes strategic planning come alive in your organization.